Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a reading for Aries. Welcome, Aries. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the journey to becoming more and more yourself. I'm tuning into general energies, general Aries energy. Whoever is tuning into this reading, whenever you're tuning into it, with the intentions that I interpret these divine messages of guidance and support for you so you can, find support and guidance. All these intentions. So, let's get started, Aries. In the past, got this energy of death, scorpionic energy, transformation, death and rebirth. Something has to end so you can have a new beginning. Something had to end so you could have a new beginning. This very well could be ego death, death of an old version of you, of old ways of being that you had to let go of. It looks like you had to move away from things that were, I just feel like you were in a space that was very emotionally unsupportive. Even if these people were doing their best, it's not the type or the kind of love that you were and support that you're looking for. I feel like a lack of emotional support. Feels frustrating. Feels like you didn't express how frustrating this is. It looks like you really wanted to move on, move forward. It took a lot of courage to get out of this old cycle. It took a lot of strength. It took determination and focus. It looks like you're able to really, like, as you ended these cycles, you became quite a force to be reckoned with. I feel like in the past, there's this confusion around love and how to receive it, or it feels like you really had to get to know, you could figure out what you don't like, but you weren't quite sure in this time what it is that you do want, what it is that you were needing from love. I feel like I feel like people in the past tried to convince you this is love, and you're like, I'm not experiencing it as love. I might not know what love is, but I know that does not feel like love. It feels like bullying. It feels like control and manipulation. It feels like people determined to keep you powerless, to play mental games, like gaslighting you. Like, this is love. I love you. And I feel like there's, all right then, I might not have quite an idea of what it is that I am looking for, but I know that this is not it. Boy, there's a lot of definitely that Aries fiery energy and determination. It hasn't shown up yet. It's been about love, about your emotions, about caring for yourself and realizing that you can't stay where you're at because this is not love. In present time, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Letting your guard down, not feeling so defensive. Ooh, okay. This is, okay. What I'm getting in present time is it looks like you let your guard down with someone. Like, I'll let you in closer, and they're very out of balance. Very out of balance. They're insecure and fearful. They don't know how to transmute their dark energies. They don't know how to transmute fear, and they're drawn to your energy, and it feels like they know how to get into your energy. They know how to finesse you. Wow. I feel like this is an old energy from your past, and you've completed that cycle. And it feels like this energy is a little bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing, coming into your energy very like, oh, this is, and they finesse you, and you're like, all right. And yeah, they're I feel like they're wanting to they don't know that you've advanced past this, that you have completed this type of cycle, that you're not interested in taking on their burdens, taking on their fears. They're projecting their limitations onto you, and their fears and fear of failure and fear mongering. And I feel like what I'm getting is, I feel like there's this realization, this is not mine. This is your fear. These are your limitations. And yeah, I don't want to play this way. I feel like I don't want to work with anybody who's in this old type of energy. Anyone who's gatekeeping. This energy feels like they don't perceive you as knowledgeable or knowing or grounded. They're projecting their own stuff onto you, their own limitations, their own fears, their own lack of being able to create the world they want. What's interesting is I get this like wanting to come in from out of the cold. I feel like you're just like, no, you can't come into my energy and play these games to project your. There's a lack of care. It feels like it's couched in care. I'm just saying this because I care about you. Oh my gosh. So, and also gaslighting, like your response. I'm giving you an authentic response. I'm letting you know this is unacceptable. And so their response is to minimize your feelings or completely disregard your feelings. It's all about them. I don't feel like this person has really has any emotional intelligence. They have not practiced boundaries. They haven't practiced healthy relationships. What they do is they get in to the, like, You let someone in who's, I don't feel like they got all the way in and they can hurt you in any way. I feel like this is actually wonderful that this is happening, so you can show yourself that how to stand up for yourself, create healthy boundaries, realize that this person, at least at this time, does not deserve, because they don't respect your boundaries and your feelings, and so they're not allowed in a close table to you. Period. You don't have to get them to understand. It's not your job to teach them how to understand all this, but the boundary is important. Communicating just very grounded, in a very grounded way. This is a boundary of mine. You've just crossed a boundary and made me hurt my feelings or caused emotional pain. And I'm letting you know in a very calm way that this isn't how I operate. If you want to continue to stay in this connection, no thank you for this type of communication. No thank you for this, whatever this is for you that's happening in present time. It's inviting you to vocalize, to step into the courage of your convictions, to practice healthy boundaries. Nobody can orphan you. Nobody is worth. You might be tempted because of loneliness to allow crappy people who don't really care about you or your boundaries. Well, at least I have someone in there. No. Ick. You deserve much better. And there are people out there who are dying to love you and appreciate your boundaries and let you know what their boundaries are. So, all right. Messages from your higher self is the Queen of Pentacles. Yet stay grounded, stay in your feminine energy, allowing, receptive, but grounded, calm, observant, allowing, unfazed, observant. I think this energy will help you with the present time energy. Someone coming in. This definitely has a Mercury retrograde, 6 planets in retrograde type of energy, especially starting with the communication from the past. Feels like it might not be the same person, but the same type of energies. And just stay grounded as you can. Be gentle with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. And observe. Let people show you who they are and where they are. I was just going to say, without judgment. Your challenge is judgment. So I'm getting two different. So your challenge is to not judge others, where they are, if they are becoming more conscious or not. You don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know if in this lifetime their plan was to explore denser energies. Just because it's not your trajectory and the way you wanted to experience life on Earth right now, it's none ya. It's none ya business where everybody else is. Okay, the other message is that, yes, this is kind of that judgment, the calling energy. Some people have heeded the calling of of light, of divine light and energy, and everybody's interpreting this as best they can. They're doing their best. And some people, their best um, feels very unfair, because it is. It's based in inequality. Things are very out of balance. People are becoming more and more aware of the imbalance. Some people might be only able to perceive the imbalance in the environment, what's in the news. Your challenge is to not allow your emotions to get the best of you, to be compassionate for yourself and others during this difficult time. Another challenge right now, boy, this is interesting. Very specific. This might just be for some of you Aries out there. Someone is looking at you as kind of an ideal partner, but they're still booed up. They still have someone, and that's a challenge. Not being sneaky, not being deceptive, moving correctly, not hiding, not trying to find your love on the coattails of someone else's disloyalty and pain. Is that really love? The other way is that you are in a connection with someone that you are still connected, married, in a relationship with someone who maybe at some point was a really good match, but they're not advancing. They're becoming more and more toxic. They're more in their ego. They're manipulative. And so it feels like you might be tempted to just see someone and be like, if I could just, I don't want to figure out or communicate and disconnect. I want to just jump right into someone else's arms type of energy. So there's a lot of, the challenge right now is to not engage in deceptive third party type of energies. Wow. It's a lot of challenges coming up. Also, another challenge is it feels like it might be difficult for some of you to go within to find your answers. Maybe you're a bit distracted by what's going on in the environment. Maybe you've been doing some doom scrolling. Really, whatever this is, remember to keep finding your alignment. You don't become enlightened. You don't find your alignment and then you've graduated. It is a constant day-to-day thing, finding your alignment, refinding as you grow and expand your alignments in a different space. All right, Aries. And what's hidden is the Queen of Wands. Feminine energy who's very charismatic. Inner feminine energy. Allowing, receiving, attracting, staying in there. This is a very charismatic energy. This feels like what's hidden is that you're doing this. This is definitely fire energy. It's a different type of action. This is how feminine energy takes action. It's receptive. The action is in the magnetizing and drawing in. You've got this amazing light energy, and it looks like what you don't see is that there's so much going on behind the scenes getting ready for what you're wanting to bring into this reality. Things are lining up for you behind the scenes. That's the power of feminine action, is in allowing and receiving. Very interesting. And it looks like this type of energy has been misunderstood by masculine energy, poo-pooed, belittled, but it's very powerful. It's very powerful. I think you're about to show people the power of feminine attractive energy. And so with that being said, is what's hidden, because I can feel this feminine energy that you got going on, and it is very attractive. It's like a siren song. You're singing what you want to create into reality, and it's like the cooperative components of the universe are actively creating what it is that you're wanting to bring into this reality. And that is why you're getting so much attention, and the possible third party type of stuff coming up as a like, hey, because you are looking papam, you're sexy, you're damn sexy. It's my Austin Powers. Yeah, you're just, you got it going on. And others might perceive you and your energy as like a raft, instead of doing the work of consciously uncoupling from someone who is no longer a fit. They just want to jump ship and kind of bring their unhealed issues your way. Yeah. Anything else about what's hidden? Anything we need to know? It also looks like there are people who don't understand who don't understand how you're doing what you're doing. They're very confused. And there are people who feel like it's unfair. Somehow it's unfair that you're doing well and charismatic and sexy, and yeah, it feels like that is especially coming from a masculine energy who's maybe an earth sign, who doesn't really, it's not fair. It's like they stay very stuck and indecisive, and they create injustice wherever they go because there's a lack of equality. They present as something, but they're not that at all. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's quite hidden from you. I feel like you know all of what I just said. Maybe that's just validating that you keep going on the trajectory you're on. You're doing so well. It's like you are harnessing the power of the universe, and universal powers are working in cooperation to create exactly what you want. No, better. Something much better than what you want. this or something better, and it looks like you chose something better than what you could even imagine. Wow, Aries. Holy cow. All right, your opportunity is in the Six of Cups. Past loving connections, past friendships. I feel like you've left a trail of love for yourself. Maybe some of you are connected with animals more than people. Maybe it's been safer. There's something coming up around this week. Someone from your past and someone who you've been connected with and grown up around or grown up with. So this could be family or friends, and this is an opportunity. This person creates an opportunity for you to unburden yourself. You've been carrying a heavy burden, and somehow this person, it helps you practice a skill, how to unburden. Oh, it looks like as you unburden yourself, it creates a tower for this person. I feel like as you communicate your truth, as you communicate and communicate some truth that normally you might have and held it within, and just like a boundary was crossed, and something gets you fired up and frustrated and like, I'm so tired of taking this. I thought I ended this cycle in the past. I'm not interested in this type of energy. It feels like you actually stay pretty grounded. Stay in that Queen of Pentacles energy. Stay grounded and communicate in a very clear, succinct way. Hey, that hurt my feelings. Or whatever, this is a boundary. And it looks like you create a tower. It blows their ever-loving mind that you own communicating this truth. It looks like it exposes this person as kind of a mean girl kind of energy. It could be a guy, but kind of like, no, I think they think they're like you, but they're not. They're not honest. They're not authentic. They lack boundaries, and they feel that their position gives them their status, whatever the relationship is, that they have permission to trample your boundaries. And honestly, this isn't about you. None of this is about you, other than a beautiful opportunity to practice setting boundaries and letting, not bottling up your emotions and communicating them in a way that they can be heard. But this is about this person, their lack of self-love. They have this whatever activity they have, that this is, whatever this is that pops up in your life, this has been done to them as well. And so they're not ending the cycle. They don't know how. And so some compassion for like I feel like you set your boundaries in communication, and but it feels like they're experiencing a tower. They're blown away by whatever this is. It kind of like, what? No one. I feel like no one's called them out. You unburden yourself and communicate a truth. It doesn't feel like you're being mean or anything. It feels like you are showing, you're demonstrating self-love, that you love yourself, and that you communicate when feelings have been hurt to the person who hurt those feelings. So to see if they are willing and able to accept your boundaries, to apologize. Honestly, it does not feel like you do that much, but it's earth shattering for this person. So have some compassion. They're not quite where you're at. This is a hard lesson for them. I'm not justifying their behavior or anything. I guess this feels like temperance and compassion. Okay. Your final possible outcome is the Knight of Cups. I definitely feel like you love yourself. You love your life. There's something about this charismatic, amazing energy that you have that's very loving and very attractive. It does feel like you are attracting loving attention. People are going to siren song again. Your energy is calling out. You're not accepting being juggled. You're like, are you free and clear to communicate these messages to me? It looks like those who try to juggle you, put you in a third party, that's a big nope. That's a big 5 of Pentacles. Like, that is not what I'm looking for. And I'm not looking for the 3 of Swords. Take these intentions and go elsewhere. I love myself too much. I would never do that to someone else. And if I have hurt someone else by being in a connection or third party, I no longer want to practice those type of behaviors. It feels like you have personally experienced 3 of Swords, and you're making a very conscious choice that you wouldn't do that to someone else. You wouldn't wish that on to anyone. No matter how attractive this Knight of Cups is. Oh yeah, you and your sneakers and your cool hat, and are those flowers? Oh, I really love flowers. No, you got to come. I feel like people have got to come to you correctly, and quite possibly this person is more sexually attracted than anything. There's a passion. You've stirred some passions, but again, it's like, I love that. I inspire that in you. However, it just does not feel like this is a good match. Maybe because we're in 6 planets are in retrograde or going into, and definitely Mercury retrograde. It's feel like you're cleaning up your connections. They have to be loving. They have to be really loving. And now that I've explored and I know what I am interested in and I love myself, I'm not going to accept anything other than that. So, wow, Aries, what a reading. I hope this was helpful. Take care. Bye.